Man is condemned to be free. Yosuke Hirata explains from the manual how the survival test works. The class gets 300 test points to spend on food and other conveniences, and whatever remains at the end of the week can be exchanged for class points. The class loses test points for injuries, polluting the environment, missing roll calls, and violence against any classes. While Class D determines to tough it out, the girls feel the need to have a portable toilet. The argument aside, Class D determines to save up points. The splits up looking for a camping spot, and Kiyotaka is paired Sakura and Rokusuke Koenji. Kiyotaka leaves Koenji while he and Sakura look for a spot to secure, recalling what Shabashira said about possessing a spot, in that only the designated class leader can do it, and each possession that lasts for 8 hours gets the team one special test point that is only redeemable for class points. Also, by risking 50 test points, the class gets to guess whom the leader from another class is. While looking for a spot, Kiyotaka sees Kohei Katsuragi holding the leader card while talking with classmate Yahiko Totsuka. Class D reconvenes and sets up camp at a spot by the river. Suzune is chosen to be the leader for being responsible and not standing out. While gathering firewood, Kiyotaka, Yamauchi, and Sakura find an injured Mio, and Kushida decides to give her some of the fruit his classmates found. The class plans a strategy for spending their points as they set a limit of 180 points to buy 2 meals a day, a toilet, a tent, and 30 for unforeseen situations. However, the class suffers a setback when Koenji withdraws, despite not feeling ill as he claims he is, costing 30 points from Class D. Every man has in himself the most dangerous traitor of all. Kiyotaka and Suzune go to reconnoiter the situation at other camps. Class B's camp is set up near a waterfall and operates much like Class D's camp, but at a better location. Class A's camp is in a cave that is heavily guarded. Suzune attempts to take a peek, but turns away when Katsuragi summons his security force and warns her that her actions might start a war. Class C's camp is on a beach where, under Ryuen's leadership, all points have already been spent, and the class treats this test like a vacation. Ryuen did this knowing that they will not be penalized if they had spent all of their test points beforehand. Ryuen berates Mio for defying him. That night, someone has secretly broke into the girls' tent and stole the phone from Class D camp. On the 4th day, Class D does more reconnaissance to find out who are the class leaders. Kiyotaka and Sakura meet Ichinose at Class C's camp and learn that everybody except Mio had withdrawn from the test. On the 5th day, Kei Karuizawa finds out that her underwear was stolen. Class D conducts a bag search, but Yamauchi finds it in Ike's bag. Kiyotaka takes it, but the girls demand a pat-down. When the pat-down search is conducted, Hirata finds Kiyotaka, but reports that he could not find it. Later, he talks with him and decides to take the underwear, knowing that his reputation would be damaged the least for being the culprit, because Karuizawa is his girlfriend. What people commonly call fate is mostly their own stupidity. In response to the item theft incident, trust within Class D erodes and the girls of Class D decide to separate the boys and girls camps. Mio asks Kiyotaka about the opinion for the thief, and he trusts her while telling her that Sudo suspects her. That night, Kiyotaka and Suzune sit by a campfire, and he notices that she has been sick during the entire test. Suzune had been resting in her room during the cruise in order to recover from her illness and is determined to tough it out. The next day, Class D gathers food in advance of a rainstorm. While fishing in the river, Kiyotaka asks Suzune to check the leader card, confirming whether it is real and that Katsuragi was holding. However, he is still unsure after seeing it. Yamauchi approaches Suzune and puts mud on her hair, prompting her to throw him to the ground. While Suzune removes the mud from her hair, someone has secretly stole the leader card and allowed Kiyotaka to know about it. Shortly afterwards, someone has set the survival test manual ablaze, leading to even more trust issues for Class D. Suspecting that it was Mio's doing while she is from another class, Suzune fails to retrieve her key card from Mio without anyone witnessing the fight. Mio brings the card to a mysterious student. Genius lives only one story above madness. Mio notifies Katsuragi through a ham radio that she has secured Suzune's card, as Class A and Class C are revealed to be working together. The injured Suzune is withdrawn from the test. On the final day, the students remove their camps, and the classes guess the leaders, with Class B opting not to make any guesses. At the assembly, Ryuin reveals that he secretly forged a pact with Katsuragi to transfer 200 test points to Class A in exchange for the card or the photo. Class C quickly spent the remaining 100 points, and everyone except for Ryuin, Mio, and Kaneda, the last of whom was assigned to spy on Class B, withdrawn from the test. Class C would guess the leaders: Yahiko Totsuka for Class A, Chihiro Shiranami for Class B, and Suzune for Class D. The results are revealed, and the winner is Class D with 225 points, followed by Class B with 140 points, Class A with 120 points, and Class C with no points. The students return to the cruise ship, where Arisu Sakayanagi reveals that things went according to plan in making everybody mistrust Katsuragi to weaken his leverage over the class, as her ally Hashimoto secretly outed Class A's leader to Ryuin. Kiyotaka tells Suzune that he allowed Mio to steal the card, and Kiyotaka became the leader replacing Suzune, ensuring that Class A and Class C incorrectly guessed her. As for guessing the other ones, he reveals that he only saw the backside of Katsuragi's card, and knowing how cautious he was, he deduced that Totsuka was Class A's leader. He was aware that Ryuin had not withdrawn, leading him to guess him as Class C's leader, as he saw him with the same radio Mio used. Refusing to jeopardize Class D's alliance with Class B, Kiyotaka opted not to name Class B's leader. Ryuin reveals that the main motivation for the alliance with Class A was he would sign a contract to receive 20,000 points from each student of Class A every month until graduation. In a meeting with Chabashira, Kiyotaka finds out from her that the man who wanted him expelled was his father. Kiyotaka tells Chabashira that despite his father's attempts to remove him from school, he will continue to defy him. Having told Suzune that she needs allies, Kiyotaka tells Hirata that she was responsible for Class D's victory in order to have others put their trust in her. However, Kiyotaka wants nothing to do with Suzune or anyone in his class, as he only sees them, and humans in general, as tools, and will continue to use and sacrifice others as long as he wins in the end.